And he's Tyler.
You look at Explore Scientific.
And he's wearing an ugly green shirt and red pants.
Shorts.
Shorts to be exact.
And
but
under what, freezing degree? It's under 32 degrees outside.
Pretty cool outside right
Yeah.
now. Actually, it says 53 and sunny. I don't think it's up to 53. I don't think it's up to 53. Anyway, today we're talking about focus on astrophotography.
More or less.
You have a show tonight that's not going to happen because Scott's out of town. So here you are with me. So Scott.
Speaking of Scott, where is he?
Scott is in Arizona.
What's he doing over there?
Scouting the location for September's Arizona David H. Levy Arizona Dark Sky Star Party. ASSSSP or something like that. It's going to be at Oracle State Park in like September 24th through 28th. Don't hold me on the dates. Details are getting settled out. We know when it is. He's scouting some other locations, but it's going to happen.
Now, I know he's wanting to do virtual and...
We're going to broadcast from there as well, but he's not going to broadcast a lot of things, but just some things. But if you've never gone and you've never been to a dark sky location, this is the place to go. We're going to have world-class astrophotographers there.
Visual astronomers.
There's on a dark sky star party.
Where?
Arizona.
Oracle
State Park.
Oracle,
like it sounds.
So it's like Boulder of 3, I think.
It's less than that. I think it's a Boulder 2.
Anyway, so it's a dark. It's an Arizona dark. It's an international dark sky star party.
Yeah, we'll have John Adler.
Dark sky star site.
See, John Adler will probably be there because he's close by to Oracle.
Right. We've talked to him. He hadn't confirmed yet, but he thinks so. Mike Wiesner confirmed. Mike Wiesner does IFO, smartphone astrophotography, and does some tremendous work with a smartphone. Yeah. David H. Levy will be there of Comet. Why can't I remember my words? Levy. My words. Yes.
If nobody knows who David Levy is, what was it, in the 90s, early 90s? 90s, he discovered the Shoemaker-Levy comet. I think it was in 96.
I don't remember. There was 9. It broke up, fragmented, and popped into Jupiter, leaving black eyes on Jupiter.
It'll be interesting just to meet Mr. Levy if I get a chance to go. I know you're going.
I suspect you're going.
So it will be very great to meet.
We won't let him speak. He's actually, he probably will be speaking.
I'll just pick up things, move it around.
Anyway, what we got here today is the Explore Scientific ED 102.
Great piece of hardware.
F7 telescope. This is on sale right now at a very tremendous price. Probably won't see prices that low again.
Hopefully the 714.
714 millimeters. Nice long. That's why it's F7. You do the math, it comes out to 7. So it's set up on an Exos 2 GT PMC8.
Perfect for
the brains of the operation is this little box right here. It is the computer that runs.
Did you call that the brains and the heart?
It's the whole body except for the robot. This is the robot, and this is the driver. So we haven't set this up. Oh, and we're going to be powering this with
our ESPB
FL
100
power bank flashlight. I'm going to let Tyler have it. He drops these. So it has a red light that comes on. Has an 8,300 milliamp hour battery, good for an all-night run with this mount.
2 nights? Good 2 nights.
A good 2 nights. If you stay up all night, it's going to give you 1. If you shut down, you get 2 out of it. It has a USB port right here.
Charge your phone.
And charge your phone or other device with it. And
a little battery meter.
There you go.
There it is. Little battery meter there.
You can tell this is down 1 light. It's only 4 lights. So real quick, we haven't balanced this telescope yet, so we're going to balance this telescope.
How does that affect astrophotography?
Well, why don't you talk about that while I get ready to do this?
So balancing with if we don't hit our staging area.
No, I think it's... So see how that's heavy?
Right? So if Kent just lets it go, you notice that it's counterweight heavy down at the bottom. You don't want to... You want to try to be... I always go for central balance. People will probably chastise me for doing that.
You mean perfect balance?
I don't really call it perfect, but I just try to balance all the axes in the central location. I don't go east heavy or camera heavy or lens heavy or anything else. I don't know what's going on with your software.
We can't help you with that.
Can't help you with that.
So see how that doesn't
go now anywhere? Can't move the counterweight up, and it's probably a little telescope heavy.
We don't want that.
But we don't want that. We want to be able to engage the gear when it's picking up the load. So see, that's what we want.
See, that's a little bit too heavy.
Still too heavy.
On the counterweight side. So I'm gonna go back, and if you have a counterweight, this little thing right here that comes off, this is called a toe saver.
Toe saver.
Never use without the toe saver. So toe saver, because if this comes loose and slides off, one, it's gonna crush your toe, but two, with the telescope on it, the telescope is now heaviest part, and gravity will be the cruel mistress and pull the telescope down into the mount. So
other
let's
than
see.
the fact that you just smashed the crap out of your toe.
So I'm gonna go with that. Maybe just a wee bit heavy. I'm gonna move it like just a millimeter.
But anyway, the whole purpose of balancing your telescope in your mount is you don't want to put a whole lot of strains on the motors, the ring, the worm, the gearing. You don't want to put a whole lot of stress on it because you're going to wear down the mount quicker. So that's why Kent and I always make sure that we mention balance and talk about balance to make sure that our viewers or audience knows how to balance your telescope. It makes your mount last longer. Your pictures will actually turn out a whole lot better. Your lens heavy.
Yep. So I've balanced it in deck.
Yep.
And now, or in RA. Now I'm going to balance it in deck. And two things. I can either loosen the dovetail.
I don't recommend it unless you either have two people to do it, because of the fact that if you loosen these two knobs here, that dovetail will shift out, and then you're going to fight to get it back in. So that's why we put the cradle rings on there. Now. It's going to be pretty good. You can just loosen up the cradle.
Heavy, just a wee bit.
You can loosen up the cradle and then slide the tube back.
And you can loosen the cradle without unscrewing the cradle.
Correct.
So I'm
from the saddle plate.
Right.
So the purpose, again, for balance is to make sure that you get great pictures. Of course, you got to have a good polar alignment as well, under 2 arc seconds. Wouldn't you agree?
So I'm a little bit camera heavy.
Which we don't have a camera on it, which it will change the whole balance process all over again.
We don't have an eyepiece on it either.
We don't have an eyepiece. We don't have an extension tubes. I mean, there's a lot that does go into this.
You have to have equipment.
You got to have a lot of equipment. And you got to have a lot of patience. If you try to rush any of these steps, you are not going to be happy with the results.
Okay, so we've got it balanced. Now, we're going to talk about, real quick, this mount is operated with an iPad running an app called Explore Stars, and it is a fantastic little program meant for visual. We do have people who are doing it with for astrophotography to get started.
Let's rephrase.
We don't recommend it.
It was originally designed for visual astronomy.
Correct.
Everybody has adopted it for astrophotography.
And what happens is they'll call and say, well, we won't do this. Well, that's not what it's designed for.
And that's the hurdle that customers have got to understand.
It'll get you started in astrophotography, but to learn more about how to do it,
check out Amazon.
Amazon Live. We're getting ready to go there right now. Yep. Starts at 2:00. You should have a link.
Getting there.
Thanks for joining us here on Facebook. We appreciate you joining us, friends. Any comments there or shout outs there, Paul?
There's time.
Well, then tell us. We got 5 minutes. Oh, this guy got jokes. He's a grumpy married man.
He's not married. He just has a ring on it.
You make me grumpy.
Well,
any shout outs, or are we just going on down the road? Oh, he's getting the mic.
Get the mic now. He's not loud enough.
Travels says hello. The Dad Frequency says he's not going to miss this one.
It's a good one.
Ox something.
Chuck Stahl.
Okay.
Jinx, pinch poke, give me a Coke.
Harold Locke.
Mr. Locke.
Hope all's well.
We are here.
Ooh, something to talk about real quick.
Richard Lighthill.
Oh, that's Richard.
Tucson. Richard is far enough away and protected likewise with Mount Lemon.
Yeah, so he's over there close to Oracle.
Yep.
Popus Travels. Annie Scarborough.
Well, we know who Annie is.
She has asked, are red shorts required to attend?
Yes.
Richard Lighthill. The Dad Frequency again.
So we're going to go on over to Amazon Live and go into this more.
Dennis says, I always go east heavy. Gears mesh much better. Noticeable difference in tracking, accuracy, and performance.
That's absolutely correct. East heavy or counterweight heavy tends, and camera heavy. Doesn't have to be a lot, just a little bit, but it keeps those gears
the thing about
engaged.
This hobby is it can be all personal preference. It really can. And it's a light pollution filter.
This is a light pollution filter. We'll tell you more about it over Amazon Live
and what they do.
See you there in a few minutes. Bye, everybody.